Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Heaven Will Be Mine, playing the Saturn route. I hope you got your reading glasses on, because you're gonna need them. Okay, day 2. Okay, so this is the mission we completed last time. So we still have this mission. We got more mails. Pilot candidate 007. So like the last video, I'll open them and y'all can pause to read them. So now we have more comms with Mercury again. This should be great. Mercury, listen, it's an emergency. I'm sorry about everything, but it's important. You have to tell Commander that I'm getting so laid. God, I'm logging off. Bye. Don't blame me, Mercury. I was not fooled for even a second that this would be useful. Really? Not even for a second? I no longer experience hope as a concept. You freed me from it. Damn, okay. Aw, stop, I'm blushing. What do you want from me, Saturn? Do you know any discreet places to make out on Ares? Goodbye, Saturn. Also, here's the test output to date. Saturn. Goodbye. Aren't you gonna read me the data analysis? If it is indeed data, you're sending this time and not just nudes. That's rude. I always ask before I send them to you. I don't mind acting as the official art director of Saturn's nudes since you need it so badly, and it's substantially less tedious than data analysis. But if you were as punctual about sending data as cockpit selfies, I would have a lot more data to report. Why are you so incredulous all the time? You stole the prototype, might I remind you? You can't just continue the field testing as if nothing happened. Why not? Because why would you do anything you didn't want to do? I regret choosing Saturn, just a little bit. What are you planning? Oh my goodness. Ugh, fine. They've been dying for it anyway. Cool. How'd I do? This is not bad. It's pretty useful. He typed through tears. Don't rub it in. I can't believe your ship's self's expanded so much already. What have you been doing with it? I think I've been hinting very clearly how. I instantly regret this question. Bad for Mercury. You're supposed to test the prototype in combat. Same difference. I can't believe we invented a ship designed to get into trouble and didn't think. Saturn is the obvious choice for this. That's probably right. What do you mean I can feel her presence? Please do not try to sound that cool. I can feel her presence. Everyone can feel her presence. I can feel it right now. How could you even possibly ignore something like that? Shut up. I mean, I can feel it physically. Oh. Wait, what? Like how? Like I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's like I'm spinning upside down and can't stop. Are you sure you haven't somehow concussed yourself or given yourself gravity sickness from all of the damage you've managed to inflict yourself in the past 12 hours? Yes, and it's on top of all that, and also, shut up. String of Pearls is feeding my sensory information on the direct line. I'm a human being with 5 senses, and she's trying to cram a dozen more into me. By direct line, you are in fact talking about the extremely creepy physical interface connection between you and the String of Pearls, correct? It really, really is, right? It's truly incredible how we agree about everything and still feel the opposite about it. Is this why you keep hesitating before giving me intel? Yes. because you're going to do the opposite of what you should do with it, but I also can't not tell you because you might die. So running support for you is actually an incredibly anxiety-inducing affair. It must be hard. Thank you for acknowledging it. So you gonna tell me what's after me? You've already figured it out, haven't you? But yes, it's that Cradle's Grace's masterwork. Celestial Mechanics traded the knowledge for how to finish Stringer Pearls in exchange for what they needed to finish the Creme Macula. It would be pretty funny if they got us this way, in the end. It's headed directly to the lab. We've already evacuated on the capital ship, but you are its highest priority. Should I play bait? If anything, it's more important for you to get back to the native sphere first. In order for us to make contact, we need the string of pearls. We believe if you hide in the abandoned Daphnis lab, you can use the decaying gravity furnace for cover. Ah, that's sensible. But bait sounds like a lot more fun, you know? Really? Oh, come on. Ipidus must think their pilot is a real idiot if she's going to waste her time on a wild goose chase like that. He wouldn't just sacrifice you like that. He would. There must be backups for making contact. Just because I'm the easiest option doesn't mean I'm the only one. He's testing to see if I'm worth investing in or just to get myself killed. Why run? Why not have it out with her? I bet she's thinking the same thing too. Be careful, Saturn. If you can tell what they're thinking, they can tell what you're thinking. Please, if I really could do something like that, they wouldn't have kicked me out of the pilots. Then how do you know the pilot's she? Because boys can't be pilots. Okay. Daphnis, the tiny shepherd moon, so small it barely earns the name, tumbles through the Keller Gap, ruffling the rings of the planet it orbits. It houses the last official laboratory of Earth's decommissioned space program, training ground of failures like Saturn, and special girls like Pluto. Saturn remembers it feeling cramped, anxious, and scary. No, wait. Pluto remembers it that way. Saturn remembers when it used to feel so special to be chosen, a candidate for the last generation of pilots. But didn't Pluto feel that way too? Sometimes two things are true. In this place, gravity is quietly degenerating and distances are becoming ambiguous between past and present, between me and you. The Daphnis lab seems smaller to Saturn now, though not as tiny as it feels to Pluto, and that's obvious. No longer pupil size, she tears through it like worms in an apple. But there's a much bigger worm here, and she doesn't know anymore if this is a good idea. What was a good idea? Saturn doesn't have any ideas. She's trying to hide, even though there's no place where you cannot be felt by me. Alert. Tidal resonance IFF confirms enemy. Okay, so this is probably Pluto coming in. I know, it's extremely exciting. Stop making me so nervous. Supermassive, small enough to hide in this complex, but with a dual reactor denser that the entire moon compressed into the head of a pin. An hour ago, and Saturn felt the gravitational pull of something so big and so close and so powerful the interior of her cockpit creaked with pressure, and her head, heart, and eyes welled up with tears. Something that couldn't be anyone other than Pluto. Cool, she must be pretty big, huh? So why is she so hard to find? Saturn has no idea. Why do I have the feeling someone's laughing at me? No one is laughing at Saturn. The lab's been abandoned for years. Ooh, okay. But Pluto, wherever she is, giggles. Not in a mean way. She really does think it's cute. I haven't thought about Pluto in a long time. Oh man, it really would be fun if she was in that monster. Well, now someone is laughing at Saturn. Hey! Now I know someone's here. I can feel you listening, but I can hear you too. And I can catch you. You're not the only one who can screw with the narrative. Okay. So we have Nargle Escape, which is a loyal outcome to Celestial Mechanics. Or Mutually Assured Destruction, Betray, outcome favors Cradle's Graces. I don't want to escape from Pluto because I kind of want to see who she is. And I also feel like this is more in character for Saturn, so... It's easiest to catch someone if you don't care you might get caught yourself. Besides, if you want to drive someone wild, you gotta show them you're worth catching. And that you're good enough to catch them too. The lab is dark, the malfunctioning lights cast an eerie glow, dying culture without gravity to hold it together. But she can hear the faint laughter rippling in the gravity, and where it's coming from. When you don't know the controls, mashing all the buttons at once is just as good. Got you. It's a hit. Her claws sink in. They tremble in the pressure. Whatever they sunk into is bigger than belief. The Krun macula towers over Saturn. Pluto's ship is so big it barely fits in the complex, but it's only a speck compared to how big it feels. That's cool looking. Supermassive enough to warp local space-time, humming and vibrating with nebula dust, incredibly gentle, or she would have destroyed Saturn and the whole complex without even trying. Aw, she's so cute. Oh wow, you caught me. No matter what size it appears, in the truest, most real sense of the size, the ship is bigger than this moon, than anything Saturn can imagine. String of Pearls quickly flits away, but Krun Macula's grip is on her before she can twitch. That's a fun word to say, Krun Macula. And I've got you. Saturn, I was really surprised to see you like this. Cool, right? I've got poison now, too. Want to see it if you're still the top weirdo psychic mutant in space? Oh wow, sounds really cool, but I don't know if you're ready yet. Wanna bet? Sure. The string of pearls screeches and buckles as the dust ignites, and a tiny portion of Pluto's tidal forces slam into her. Had enough? You kidding? Okay, we can turn it up. Ooh, that is sure insane. It feels like my brain is melting into the universe. You're the one who wanted to show off. You don't have to do that to endear yourself to me. But if you really want to impress me, you're going to have to do better than that. Yeah, you're really still not impressed, even by this? By what? Oh, that does sting. It spreads like a poison, even through metal. It jumps like electricity, but dips like a liquid, pink and impossible, and spreading quickly through the Krun Macula's body. So you're not just full of risky bad ideas. That makes me happy. I won't shut you down too hard. Okay, you win. You gonna be good now? Okay. So, what did you want to talk about? As Cradle's Grace's glittering psychic death machine, you definitely have more important things to do than go out of your way to bully me for no reason. Oh, that's right. That man and the fleet are escaping, aren't they? Hope you don't mind falling for this trap. Trap? You silly. I know you're more important than that. More than catching the rest of the Celestial Mechanics fleet? I knew this would be fun, and you knew it too. I'm absolutely delighted about you doing that, just to be clear, so you don't have to read my mind to roast me about it. I can't read minds. You know that's not how it works. But I also don't need to know that. I did want to know how the biggest overachiever of my juniors turned into such a bad girl. If you really remembered me, you'd remember I wasn't ever good. I do remember you. Even if you're not that good at being bad, do you know what you're doing? With the machine that's so dangerous we don't even want to find out what it does? I think you answered your own question about why I'm keeping it. Are you gonna stop me? But you don't want to. Hey, stop. Don't pry into me. If you're pitying me, I'll make you regret it. Not all of us come out perfect like you. Some of us get thrown out before they've seen any use at all. I won't pity you. I really would have torn this machine apart. But now that I'm here, gifted little mutant to gifted little mutant, I can't bear to. Because some of us just haven't been thrown out yet. Lab-grown girls like us should stick together. I might still make you regret it. Winning isn't my most important task. It's not yours either. Are you sure about that? You're not who I'm worried about. It's only your boss I can't forgive. Oh, I love hearing that. Tell me more. I'm getting a crush already. Regretting it now? Don't worry. There's nothing you can make me regret. Okay. Ever since the day Mars began, Mars has been doomed. No, there will never be a planet Mars. That's a name reserved for places where human life, gravity, and culture reign. This is just bitter Aries, but like the stringy and edible weeds that grow when nothing else does, Cradle's Graces is dug in, and we can't get them out. The colonies are wrecked, the terraforming engines are broken, the gravity furnaces are out of control. There's no resources left on this planet, no strategic value. This planet doesn't even exist. It is an inert rock. There's no point in fighting. There's no need to fight. Ship selves can't keep you alive alone forever, and even if that were the case, we could leave tomorrow and claim victory. Most of the Memorial Foundation NSES fleet already did. That's why there's barely any of us left, and why we can't get them out. What? Why don't I go home too? And leave all those idiots to just die on a rock? Who do you think we're doing this for? External communication sent on August 31st, 1978 by Memorial Foundation troops. Hey, it's not like we're idiots. We know we're doomed. This planet still doesn't fulfill the requirements for human life, and life is just a start anyways. Don't you know that gravity is something more important? You do understand celestial mechanics, right? Matter is made of tiny particles, but enough of it exerts gravity that stitches the universe together. Culture is made of tiny humans, and enough of it together can decide what's real and what isn't. It is really quite screwed up that this is how decisions about humans get made. Enough humans can decide anything, and then it'll be true, even about what humans and what's not. They don't even have to wait for the deadline. They've already decided that any human without their fleet on the Earth is in fact not a human. That's a pretty usual thing for humans to do. No difference of any kind need to exist. We'll just be aliens, and then they'll send the real military after us, and we'll die. But if we just hold the line here for our princess to get through and make it to the moon, she'll open up the gravity well, and then we decide. International communication sent on January 25th, 1981 by Cradle's Graces Irregulars. It's morning on Aries. What's time and space? If we can get our capital ship launched and refueled and the prototype retrofitted with the final equipment, we'll have everything in place. Keep out of the canyons of Mars, where the Cradle's Graces and Memorial Foundation are bickering. Hold the city ruins against invading troops, and make sure no one tries to set the oxygen ocean on fire while we refuel. It's a pretty thankless job. But me, I can't wait to see what happens. This is the most exciting space has ever been. Before we got here, this was a dead rock, but the most we could have ever hoped for was Earth in a different place. Who needs that? Far in the distance, the moon gravity well shines. If no one controls it before the deadline is up, Earth will take drastic steps to ensure that humanity is not divided. What they're afraid of happening, we will ensure that it happens. We'll finally have something in alien space. Private communication sent on January 26, 1981 by celestial mechanic researchers. Day 3. That was it. And we got 25% on Cradle's Graces now. So this is our alignment status. Okay, well, that was the end of day 2 and the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed Heaven Will Be Mine playing the Saturn route, and I will see y'all next time.